Hey everybody, welcome back. What were you gonna say to me, Trooth?
I was gonna say Manic the Hedgehog and Sonia the Hedgehog. Those are the names of the Sonic Underground characters that I now know because you sent me Sonic Underground fanfiction.
I did send you a dramatic reading of Sonic Underground fanfiction that fucking broke me. It was so fun.
Yeah.
Everybody, there's a channel called Wang. Not that kind of Wang.
Wang.
Asian guy, long black hair. You might have seen him on Twitter and stuff. Great mustache. He did a dramatic reading recently of some Sonic Underground fanfiction. Complete coincidence. I didn't go looking that up. I just happened to be a subscriber of his. He doesn't do anything Sonic Underground related. That was just a freaky coincidence. And my god, I don't want to spoil anything from that. Just, someone yell at me to link that and I'll put it as the pinned comment.
Yes.
You yelling at me, not me linking it.
Yes, but now I know their names and I can't just keep calling them the green one and the pink one until I forget.
Yep.
Except I just immortalized it.
Yep, we all know now that the green one is Manic, the yellow one is Sonic, and the pink one is Ogleby.
Did you say yellow one?
Is Sonic, yes, and the pink one is Ogleby. This is canon.
Yeah.
They're fighting against evil Dr. Osama bin Laden. Okay, no more spoiling that. What are we teaching the fine folks today? We're gonna try and dig as deep as, we're gonna try and at least get down into that underground part in this play session. So we're gonna have to learn a little bit of military. I think you wanted to teach me something about, was it how to use a manager?
Yep, we had the 3 M's. It was the manager and metal crafting.
Metal crafting. I'm happy you remembered because I didn't.
And Manic the Hedgehog.
And Manic the Hedgehog, the third M.
Yes. No, what was the third M? Digging, yeah.
Yeah, mining.
Mining, there we go.
There you go.
Mining and maybe finding magma.
God, I really don't want that to be the M.
Magma?
That sounds dangerous.
Yeah, it is.
Didn't you once tell me a story about you digging into like a pit of magma and it flooded your place? No, it was disease. Wasn't it like you killed some kind of horrible creature that diseased your whole place? Wasn't that how Gem Spears died?
Yeah, that was the fall of Gem Spears. It was poisonous underground beast blood.
I'm really curious. So, we're recording this. Episode 1 still has not aired. I now have over 100,000 subscribers, and I'm verified on YouTube. So I really need to fucking edit this and get it up already.
Well,
but
it's okay. We're only on episode 2, right?
Yeah, we're on episode 1. I'm curious to see how many people might recognize your voice at some point and be like, oh, I listened to that guy talk about his stories in Dwarf Fortress before. I'm interested to see how many people recognize you, because those stories actually got a lot of views, didn't they?
Yeah, pretty good. Like some tens of thousands.
Yeah, like that's pretty good for the niche that is Dwarf Fortress. It's not the smallest niche in the world by any means, but it seems like a hardcore niche to me, where like, if you're into Dwarf Fortress, you're into Dwarf Fortress.
Yeah, pretty much. Like, Dwarf Fortress fans, like, cannot get enough Dwarf Fortress, basically.
Yeah, and, like, I can see why. I'm really digging this game so far. It's awesome.
I get it. Digging.
Not intentional, but this game is awesome. I love this game. I'm really happy that I'm learning it. Okay, so before we ramble too much, I say as I look over and see we've been going for 5 minutes.
Which M should we tackle first, do you think?
Okay. I think we should tackle management first, because that sounds like, because a strong economy in most games is the backbone of your settlement. And so I feel like that's what we should figure out first.
Yeah, and the manager is pretty quick to learn also.
Sweet.
So it's just a couple button presses to start using your manager, because you'd have assigned one, right?
Yes, I was actually just checking that as he said. We have Commander Unnamed, and I believe all he needed was an office, so we made it just a chair in his room.
Yep, that'll do it. So, to put him to work, you press J for a job list.
Okay.
And then M for manager.
There we go. There are no active work orders. So is this the thing that you were teasing, where it's a more organized way of giving orders rather than just going to every workbench and hoping they don't say, oh, I don't have a plump helmet for the next 3 seconds. I better just forget that we ever need to brew these.
Yep, that's exactly what this is.
Okay, good.
So, you press Q for a new order, and you
Whoa.
type in what you want them to do. So, for example, if you wanted to construct beds, you could just type bed,
Okay.
and there you go. And you press enter, and you can type in whatever
0 for
quantity you want.
perpetual order. Wow, okay, this already seems really helpful.
Oh, yes.
Wow, that is so much more convenient. I want 30 beds.
Yep, so then the manager will have to run to his office and validate that work order, and then it'll distribute those orders to whatever carpenter's shops you have.
Okay, so it's not instant. It's not instant, but it is very organized and convenient. That's a good
Yes.
trade-off, if you ask me. I'm happy with that trade-off.
Yeah, but it's kind of neat how it's tied to an actual like character in your fort. So if he
Yeah.
was stuck in a hole somewhere, he couldn't put in work orders.
And that makes sense too. Like we are not as omnipotent as you are in a lot of like city building games and stuff, where like let's say RimWorld, which is something I think we're going to make a lot of comparisons to, and we have made a lot of comparisons to, because RimWorld is very clearly inspired by games like Dwarf Fortress. In that, pretty much everything is just, you are omnipotent, and like your people, they do their own things based on very strict orders that you give them, and you can even directly take control of them. But, you don't need a character to go do the money math for you to know how much money you have. You don't need a character to like take stock of inventory for you. You just magically know that. You don't need someone to be the in-between guy giving orders. If they need orders, they just get it because you're a wizard.
Right.
And there's nothing wrong with that. I just think it's really interesting to have a game with this approach. So, brewing, right? Brew drink from plant?
Yep.
You think I want to just perpetual that?
I think so.
Okay,
now, if I
that sounds
recall
important.
right, if I recall right, I think when you're assigning jobs this way, you might get spammed with messages that a job has been canceled when they run out of supplies, because you get this loop of them trying to do the job and not having the supplies kind of over and over.
Are they too dumb to just walk away and do something else until they do have supplies?
I'm not sure, but
I mean, I guess we'll find out pretty fast, won't we?
Yeah, they might repeatedly try it when they run out of materials, so that is
we'll see.
something to consider. If you start getting spammed, you can always cancel those work orders.
Yeah, I want throne, not iron. Are you kidding me?
Iron thrones, yeah. So these are like all of the metals in the game, basically. You would probably want a rock throne.
Yeah, there it is. I was looking for it. I want rock thrones, just because a rock throne is just a chair. They're just calling it a throne, right?
Right. It's functional.
Man, we're gonna need a lot of those. Let's do like 20 of those. Get me like 10 tables or something. Table. I want a rock table.
There you go.
Give me 20 of those.
Doors are a good idea.
Doors, yeah, we're gonna need those for all those bedrooms. I want a rock door. I like that I can type the words in any order as well. That's really convenient. Anything else you think we should... crossbows, maybe? I know that we were teaching Gulak how to make crossbows, and he actually did okay considering he's just tinkering with it.
Yeah, crossbows would be good, or rock crafts. I don't remember if you have a crafts dwarf.
Do like 10... I believe we did start on crafts last recording session. Rock crafts. I'm pretty sure do we want that to be perpetual? Because I think we did tell him to do it forever.
It wouldn't hurt, yeah.
Okay. We'll do it in there as well, just in case I messed something up. What else? There's probably a bunch of things I want to put in here, isn't there? Now, it says no linked shop. Does that mean that I could set it to a specific workshop if I wanted to?
I've never tried to do that.
That's kind of the implication I'm getting from no linked shop.
I think so. Like, maybe if you hit C or D for conditions or details down there.
Does not have any condition.
Yeah, that's something I've not really dabbled with.
Details. Oh, this is where I could set the individual material if I wanted
Right, so
to.
you can
Okay.
specify materials.
Set maximum number of workshops. Oh, so I could set how many workshops are allowed to be working on it at a time. That's interesting.
Yeah. Yeah, so that's a pretty good parameter. You could have one workshop just doing beds and one just doing tables or something.
Yeah, if I wanted to.
course.
That's interesting. And I can
course,
change
one of
their
those is-
priority.
Yep. I think that just like bumps them higher or lower on the list.
Oh, so do they do orders top to bottom if, if say they only have one workshop, they'll do them top to bottom on that workshop?
Yes. So
Okay, that's good to know.
the order that they're in this list is the order that they're going to work on these tasks.
Okay.
So they probably won't start on the tables until they're done with the 20 thrones.
Okay. Yeah, I don't need to be too picky about that right now. So can you think of any other orders like that we want to do right away? I would look through the list and see what jumps out at me, but
It's a very long list.
like, do we need some sand? Maybe I should tell them like, hey, go get me 10 sand. I don't know. Clay?
I don't remember if you have sand or clay here. I'm sure you have one or the other, but I don't know which.
They'll just give me a little sand.
Okay,
And
I'm
give
not sure
me
who
some
does-
clay, and I'm not going to ask for webs because I know where they're going to try and get the webs, and that sounds dangerous.
Yeah. And I don't remember whose job it is to collect sand and clay.
Oh, I'll just put the
I
orders
guess
there
we'll
just in
find out.
case. Oh,
Guess we'll find
fishing-based stuff.
Well, they do that automatically for the most part.
Well, catching fish, yeah, but what about preparing and extracting?
That is something, honestly, you can just put on repeat in the workshop itself so they can do it
Okay.
until they run out of fish.
I think I may have done that already because I remember we were collecting fish to get, I think it was shells. A possessed
Right.
kid needed shells for a figurine he was making, I think it was.
That's right. Was
How do we
it
check our
Mighty
artifacts
Cleffa?
again? I think it was Cleffa.
Capital L.
Capital L for artifacts. That's what they call it. Yes.
So,
They
yeah.
made a small piece of art carved in the likeness of a creature.
Right, I think it was like a small stone sculpture.
Muscle shell
shell
figurine. Right, and it was of like a battle, wasn't it? Yes, it was of someone striking down someone else. And it seems
Right,
to
two
have...
humans, right?
Yeah, it was a depiction of a siege that must have happened where Muddy Cleffa used to live, I think.
Could be, or just a historical event they heard about.
Maybe. Yeah, all craft dwarves is of the highest all craft dwarfship is of the highest
Yeah.
quality. I like
It's not
that.
craftsmanship.
That makes
because
sense.
they're not men.
Yes.
They're dwarves.
That's actually interesting to me that dwarves wouldn't use the honorary of man as in mankind.
Right. It's dwarf kind.
Yeah. Fun little bit of etymology lesson here. Do you know where the term mankind comes from and what it originally means? And like why it
I
means what
don't-
it means now?
I don't think so.
Because it's weird that we say mankind to mean like humans when it specifically says man, but it doesn't mean men. That's because the etymology of it, men used to be, I'm probably going to get the exact names of these two wrong. Men were like weremen and women were weirmen or something, like slight difference in pronunciation. And so
Right.
the common word in both was man. But over time with slang, you just started saying man for short for men, and then pronunciations changed, and woman stayed as whatever it was, but we now pronounce it woman. And so mankind literally meant everybody regardless of sex. And that's why it still means that today. That meaning never changed. We just started using man for slang and shortened it. So yeah, fun fact there. Okay,
Interesting.
so we know how to use managing now. Is there any other manage type thing that I need to know, or is it really just that simple?
That's about it. That's about everything the manager does. He just validates those work orders that you make.
Oh, perfect. There we go. I feel like we learned that one pretty fast.
It's a very useful character to have.
Okay, so mining, let's leave that third M for last because that's going to be combat probably, and the dwarves might need a little bit more time to prepare for that. What was our
Well-
other M again?
Well, the other one was metal crafting, but the issue there is you haven't really discovered a lot of metal.
You know what? Let me unpause
your
just so that
mining.
they're doing stuff right now. I'm sure that the manager would like to be validating the orders right now.
Yes. But yeah, I think I saw that you discovered some sphalerite at one point.
Wow, he is
Oh, yeah, some
validating
of
these
those are
things
validated.
fast.
Mhm.
Okay.
Well, it's
Sphalerite, that
probably his
sounds
only job.
Yeah, sphalerite sounds familiar.
That is an ore of zinc, which is not a very useful metal. Like, you can make crafts out of it, I think, but you can't use it to make armor or weapons.
Let me just remind
So
myself here. Do we have a... I don't think we have any kind of, like, forge going.
Nah,
No.
I don't believe you do.
No. You think we should get that going on this floor? Because it's, like, the workshop?
Yeah, it's not a bad idea.
Okay, let's get that building now, then. W...
So let's see.
Where am I looking?
This will actually
here?
take multiple buildings, and before you do a workshop, I think there's a different one you need.
Oh, really? I see
So,
Metalsmith's
yep.
Forge.
That is one that you'll need, but there's a different one too before that. I think you press
E for furnace.
Yes.
And
so
I
you
want a
will need-
smelter?
Well, first you'll want a wood furnace.
Okay. Is that to get charcoal?
That's right. Mhm.
Okay. I've played Haven and Hearth.
Mhm.
You'd like Haven and Hearth. Have you played Haven and Hearth?
I have not.
It's called Hafen now, I believe, with the new updates. But man, that's a good game. If you ever get into that, join my fucking village. We need more active people in my village. It's a fun game. Okay, so I'm gonna get that building, and I'm guessing we need a smelter that will. I'm guessing we fuel that with the coal to then actually melt down the ore.
That's right.
Okay,
and you
so
make ingots.
put that next to it there. Now, glass furnace would be turning sand into glass, right?
Right. That's not something you need.
And then
for
a kiln
metal
would be
power.
for making pottery and whatnot out of clay.
Right.
Okay. Let's go ahead and get our F for metal metalsmith's forge.
Yep.
There we go. Okay. All three
Okay,
of those have their orders.
Yeah, now you went through the Forge build menu pretty quick, but for about one frame you might have noticed, in addition to needing a piece of stone to build the Forge, you also need an anvil, which I think you have one of.
Oh, okay. Yeah, did we... I
every
think we
forge
bought
usually-
Did we buy an anvil? I think we might have. That or we started with one.
Maybe? Yep, every fort usually starts with one anvil, unless you, like, remove it from your embark list for some reason.
I don't know why
So
you'd do that. That sounds kind of important.
Right. It is.
Yeah, I
Because
mean, if we don't have one for whatever reason, maybe it got stolen by a kobold. Oh, winter is upon us. We could
saving.
buy one next time a trader comes by, assuming they have
true.
one in stock. We could always ask for it, and then they'll inflate the shit out of it.
Probably.
That or they just won't bring it because they'll be like, you asked for how much rat meat and you didn't buy any?
Oh god, yeah. Did we ask for rat meat? Was that it?
I think it was rat meat, and then we also wanted, like, Yeti eyeballs or something.
That sounds right, yeah.
Yeah, like, I know we asked for something just fucking ridiculous.
Mhm. Yeah, but about anvils, there's kind of a funny running joke on the wiki and the community in general. The only way to get an anvil is to make it at a metalsmith's forge when you already have an anvil. So where did the first anvil come from?
I imagine it was simply a rock floor, and it was a shit anvil that they had to, they made out of it. And then they just progressively made slightly less and less shit anvils from there. And now our craft dwarfsmanship is so good that we wouldn't be caught dead trying to make a floor anvil again. Oh, speaking of
could be.
floor anvils, it looks like they just got this one done.
Yep, so you can't really do much with that until you have the
Yeah.
furnace and the smelter.
Oh, masterpiece pecan bed from Bret Hart there.
Oh, yeah, he's gotten to be a really good carpenter.
He has. I think he's been our only carpenter, and thus he's naturally gotten a lot of practice.
Yeah. Yeah, my favorite theory about the first anvil is that it was made by a dwarf in a strange mood. Maybe he got possessed.
That's a good theory. I like that. So are
There's
they not
also-
working on these? Needs an architect. We don't have an architect.
You should. I think you probably would have made like your mason an architect,
Did I?
because you need an architect to build the trade depot.
You know what? I do remember building that. Did we? I didn't Shadow the Hedgehog become an architect at some point? What's he doing? Where is he?
I don't remember.
Let's. What was the
find
menu?
him in the U.
You.
The
That
U.
was the one. Shadow, what are you doing? You're constructing a rock door.
Oh, he's working in the actual mason workshop.
Let's change his priorities. Can we change his priorities so that he cares more about architecture than masonry?
I don't know about that, but I know that you can tell him to stop doing masonry until he does the other things.
Yeah. You know I'm gonna forget to remind him to go do it again after. Occupation, not occupation. Oh fuck! The menus are difficult. It'll become muscle memory eventually. It is not currently.
Yeah.
Right. I want P for preference, L for labor, and then stoneworking. He's got masonry. Good. What is stone detailing?
That's like carving sculptures into the walls, that kind of thing. Or like smoothing the floors.
That's interesting. So other jobs, yeah, he has architecture.
He does.
I'm gonna just temporarily tell him don't do masonry then, just so he can get that done. Then we can have a dedicated. We'll find someone who's just a talentless boob. No pause.
Thief.
Oh, thief. Z, right? No.
A.
A. And then zoom.
Press.
Where am I looking?
Bottom right over there.
Ah! It's a cobalt thief.
Another one.
He got pretty close.
Yeah, he was like right at the stairs there.
Yeah.
You could grab your wood.
Don't grab my wood. You didn't ask for permission. What? I can never remember the button. Was it not K? What was the select nearby unit thing? I wanna look at his equipment so I can see what he's stealing.
V.
V.
That is V. Yeah, he might not have anything, but you press I for his inventory.
No, I don't think he has anything. Dagger and a loincloth and a tunic, and then he's got spatters of probably blood.
Probably.
Yeah, he didn't take anything.
There's actually a combat log. Press R.
I think he just got shot with an arrow.
Oh, yeah.
They're fighting. I saw an arrow fly.
Oh, yeah. Go to where it says the Kobold Thief is fighting, and it'll give you details of who's attacking him.
Okay, flying iron bolt strikes him in the upper leg. Oh, he's not getting away. He's got a bolt in his leg, tearing the muscle through the tunic. He bends at the left hip. He falls over. Oh, he is fucked. Oh my god. He's going iron bolt. The next one got him in the brain. He's been knocked unconscious. The bolt is lodged firmly in the... Okay, so he firmly has iron bolt in his brain. He's not dead yet, though.
He could be. I don't think it gives you a message when they die. So if he's not dead now, he's about to be. Yeah, I think he's dead.
Holy shit. They took him out. It was
one shot in the thigh and then a shot in the brain.
It was R and then...
Yeah, so that was probably it. When he got hit in the brain, that was probably death.
Red and black hedgehog with killed president. I didn't remember naming one that. The green hedgehog from Sonic Underground.
Yeah, so was that the one who shot him in the brain?
Yes. The green hedgehog from Sonic Underground. Death is around us all, around us. This is truly horrifying, he says, as he kills someone.
Right, well, now you've got a dead kobold on your property.
So how do we shouldn't let that sit around, right? It's gonna, like, breed disease.
Well, if it's outdoors, it's fine, because, like, you know, the wind will blow away all of the, like, death smell and stuff like that.
Hey, guys.
You can take his items if you want to.
Yeah, I was gonna say, hey, guys, why don't you claim that silver dagger? I bet you a merchant would like that.
Yeah, press F. If you see the, like, curly brackets around an item, that means it's forbidden at the moment.
Okay. I don't want to forbid the iron bolt. You can take that back.
Yeah, you want to reclaim that one.
I don't think we want his clothes. That's probably disease-ridden. It's a fucking cobalt. And he was already bloody when we met him. I don't want the clothes.
You could always sell the clothes.
Does the merchant really want this bloody cobalt loincloth?
Well, you might get something, or you might just, you know, dump it on the merchants and then be rid of it.
You know what? That's not a bad point. All right. I'll take all this gross shit off it.
Also, the little X next to the tunic means that it's damaged.
Oh, okay, so it's probably worth less then.
Yeah, lower value.
Okay.
Alright, well, killed an invader.
Is that our first kill?
I think so.
Yeah. Oh, made another great bed. Cool.
Oh yeah, he's getting so good at making beds.
Okay.
So,
We were about to do something when that very much distracted us. Right.
Yes.
Is he done building these? No, but they are
been
being
designed.
Yeah. Does that mean that
So-
someone else needs to come finish them?
Yes, I think you need somebody with the wood burning labor, and what would the other one be? Smeltery?
Preference.
I forget if that's a job.
Labor, masonry. There. I reminded Shadow that he can go do masonry again now.
Okay, good.
Didn't want to go
Yeah,
forgetting about that and then not having that order get done.
hmm So yeah, I think you got a couple of metal forgers in your last migrant wave. Is that right?
I believe we did get a few. If I hit if I hit this, we have, my eyes are
Two
blurring.
metalsmiths.
Two metalsmiths. Yeah, that's not bad.
Yep. So yeah, I would hit you, and make it so that they do more than metalsmithing. It's usually good to also have them smelt.
Oh,
'Cause,
they don't naturally know to do that. Okay,
Right.
that's odd.
They're more specialized.
Okay.
So it's probably under metalsmithing.
Furnace operating. Should
Yeah.
blacksmithing be on there as well?
No reason not to, I guess.
Okay. Okay. And
I
the
cannot
other
remember the
one-
difference between blacksmithing and metal crafting.
I don't know
'Cause, like-
either. The other one's probably the armorer, right?
Yes, I believe so.
Oh, he specifically is just an armorer. You think I should
Yep.
branch him out?
Yeah, I guess so.
Okay. There we go.
Mhm.
And then
Now, well,
hopefully this will get
actually-
finished up.
if he came here as an armorer, then he is probably the best armorer in the fort. So
Maybe tell the other
might-
guy not to.
yeah, unless he also is really good at making armor, I would check his skill list.
How do I check that again?
That is G, for just general overview.
Fuck,
Oh, whoop.
fuck.
Uh-oh. Oh,
Sorry,
where'd he go?
every menu is
Oh, we lost him.
bad. Nope, that was Shadow.
Thomas Gangsta.
Okay.
Press G on him.
G.
Oh, he's
Great
a great
armor
armorsmith.
weapon. Okay. Well,
Oh,
how
yeah,
good
so
is
he-
this other guy then?
Yeah, how good is Metalizer? Also,
I mean,
how
metal's in the
appropriate-
name. Okay, they're both
Oh,
great
great
armorsmiths. Okay, that's fine.
Yeah, how appropriate that the guy with metal in his name is a metal worker.
Yeah. That's a weird coincidence, actually. I wasn't taking that into account when I was naming them. I was just looking through the list and naming everyone.
Now, I know furnace operating will have them smelt ores, but I don't know if it'll have them making charcoal. That might be a profession called wood burning, which I think is in the farming subcategory.
Interesting. I was going to say maybe that'd be carpentry, but I guess that wouldn't make any sense.
It's wood related. It's
Yeah.
wood adjacent.
Wood adjacent.
I still don't see anybody doing it.
Yeah. Needs masonry. Shadow. Okay, hold on. Which one of these is which one of these is the
There's the mason's shop.
this? I'm gonna just cancel the tasks on this
Okay.
because we already
Let's-
have that wasn't the this. We have this. This is telling him
Yes.
what to do.
Yes.
Yeah.
So that'll remake the orders.
Yeah.
When
That
necessary. Oh,
order
there
is
it goes.
more useful. Oh, there we
Building
go.
right now.
Perfect.
So if you had more masons than you had mason workshops, then you would have one just immediately go and start building that stuff.
Yeah.
he wouldn't have a shop to work in.
Hopefully some of these 500 kids we have will grow up soon. I can have, like, one of them be a mason, so we have another one. Maybe train up another carpenter in case ours dies, you know?
I think I might have mentioned in the past video that the adult age for dwarves to work is like 12, I think.
Something like that.
Yeah. So yeah, it looks like those are built.
Sweet.
So
okay.
The first thing you need is to make charcoal.
Yes, so that'd be at the wood furnace. Make charcoal. Yep. So you think maybe I should do like a manager order for that? Is that something we're gonna need the whole game?
Pretty regularly, yeah.
Okay, I'm gonna do a manager order then. It's that button, then M, then Q, then charcoal. Cut charcoal carpet. No. Make
what?
charcoal. What the hell's a charcoal carpet?
I don't know. It sounds uncomfortable.
How much do we use? Like, is this something they need in large quantities?
It is, because every job you do at the smelter or the forge is going to require at least one piece of charcoal.
Okay, I just did 20 to start, and we'll just see how that goes.
Okay.